In problem 1-20, we're given information regarding the Golden Company's total overhead cost at various levels of activity. We're given the total cost for the months of March, April, May, and June, and we're asked to use that information along with detailed breakdown of the cost for 40,000 machine hours, which was April's activity for utilities, supervisors, and maintenance, to estimate our maintenance cost equation, and then our total overhead cost at 45,000 machine hours. Let's go ahead by picking up what we're given originally. For April, we are told at 40,000 machine hours, our utility cost is $52,000. Our supervisor salaries, which are fixed, are $60,000, and our maintenance cost, which is mixed, is $58,200, for a total of $170,200. We're also given total overhead cost for the month of June, which is $241,600. Our first step then is to break down that $241,600 into utilities, supervisor salaries, and maintenance cost. We can begin by looking at our utilities cost, which we're told is purely variable. And our variable cost per machine hour then is $1.30. We calculate this by taking the $52,000 in utilities cost and dividing it by the activity level of 40,000 machine hours. We can now estimate our utility cost for the month of June by taking that $1.30 per machine hour and multiplying it by 68,000 machine hours, and we get an estimated utilities cost for June of $88,400. Our supervisor salaries are fixed, so it's $60,000, which is the same amount as April. Finally, we can estimate our maintenance cost. We can do this because we can plug to it. We take our total cost, which was $241,600, and subtract off our $88,400 in utilities and $60,000 in salaries. So our maintenance cost for the month of June is $93,200. We'll now use that in the high-low method to estimate our cost formula for maintenance. At 68,000 machine hours in June, we had a cost of $93,200. The low level of activity occurred in April at 40,000 machine hours at a cost of $58,200. So the change in the level of activity or machine hours is 28,000, and the change in the cost is $35,000. Our variable cost per machine hour then is $1.25, which is the $35,000 change in cost divided by the 28,000 change in machine hours. We can now pick one of our points, our high point or our low point, to estimate our fixed cost component. We're going to pick the high level of activity. At the high level of activity, our total cost was $93,200. We've calculated that from above. We need to subtract off the variable component of that. At 68,000 machine hours multiplied by $1.25 per machine hour, our total variable cost will be $85,000. We can now take the $93,000 in total cost and subtract off the $85,000 in variable cost to give us the remaining fixed cost component, which is $8,200. Our cost formula then is Y equals, for our maintenance cost, equals 8,200 fixed plus $1.25 per machine hour. Our last step, we're asked to estimate our total overhead cost incurred at an activity level of 45,000 machine hours. Let's go ahead and do that. At 45,000 machine hours, our total variable cost will be $56,250. That's the $1.25 times 45,000 machine hours, plus we need to add to that the 8,200 fixed cost to give us a total cost for maintenance at 45,000 machine hours of $64,450. We were asked to find our total overhead cost, so we need to add to that the variable utilities and the fixed supervisor salaries. At 45,000 machine hours, our utilities cost will be $58,500. That's 4,500 hours times $1.30 per hour. That's what we calculated in the very first part above. Our supervisor's salary, recall, were fixed at $60,000, the same as in April. And our maintenance cost, we calculated just above at $64,450. So our total estimated overhead cost at 45,000 machine hours would be $182,950.